You butted me up, and I love it. I love every fucking second of it. It's awesome. Congratulations. I fucking love you.
Dueling decades. All right, Mike Ranger, you pick up a point, you take control of the board, and you get to select our next category.
All right. Well, you know what? I'm going to stick with whatever I could find in June here, because I feel like that's the fairest thing to do. I don't want to just take my best stuff into the 2-point rounds. All right.
What a gamesman.
I got to be, I've embarrassed myself enough. I spent a whole fucking week doing this, doing the wrong fucking thing. All right, here we go. We're going to go with a hot product. Now, this one, with a little bit of adjusting here, development for this hot product began in 1996 began in 1993 under the name Project Reality. And on June 23rd in Japan, September 29th in the US, 1996, Nintendo gave North America the Nintendo 64. Technology was developed by Silicon Graphics Inc. and was originally offered to Sega, but much like Nintendo did with Sony, Sega passed on the project. The N64 launched with 3 games: Super Mario 64, Pilot Wings, and a game exclusive to Japan that I can't even pronounce. Originally costing $199.99, Time Magazine named it Machine of the Year in 1996. The system produced well over 300 games, but chose to stick with cartridges, unlike its competitors, the PlayStation and the Sega Saturn, which stuck with the CD format. All in all, over 32 million units were sold worldwide.
Wow.
Nintendo 64, worst controller ever.
Wait, so it went for sale then, or they announced it then?
It went for sale in Japan on June 23rd.
Okay.
I like the N64 controller.
That's when it got dicey for me. Like once it got away from that square block, my game was done.
Do you also like the Intellivision controller?
Yeah,
No.
Anything that's very basic, like the Atari controller, I'm the bomb at. One button, fucking stick in the middle, got that shit down.
All right, Mancrush, what did you bring for the hot products round?
All right, so let's go to June 22nd of 1975, and this tour. It actually started on June 1st, but since we get the entire month of June to choose from, unless you're Mike Ranger where you get a whole year, I'm gonna cherry pick from some of the dates in the middle of the month. And I looked at a bunch of these dates prior, and actually when the tour started, even the dates before the one I'm talking about, they sold out. So like there were second dates added to those dates. There was one where they played 2 in the same day. But the middle of the month here, it's just unprecedented. Everything about this tour, it's just epic. I mean, you think about 1975, think about rock and roll and everything. It's great. All right. So it all begins with a press conference to announce the tour in New York City. And as the story goes, it goes like this. So like journalists, fans alike, they all flocked into the front of Fifth Avenue, or the Fifth Avenue Hotel, which is in Greenwich Village, for this huge concert announcement. However, instead of the band showing up to do the big announcement, comedian Erwin Corey showed up instead. And everyone in the crowd was just like puzzled, like, what the fuck is going on? Meanwhile, the press and everyone else are sat in the crowd. Well, Professor Erwin Corey, he delivers this like incoherent performance in the front of the hotel. And word starts to spread amongst the crowd that the band, they never actually showed up to the hotel. Then all of a sudden, people start hearing Brown Sugar, the song Brown Sugar, playing in the distance. It turns out, instead of showing up to the press conference, the Rolling Stones, they got on a flatbed truck with gigantic amps. And instead of going to the announcement at the hotel, they played an extended live rendition of Brown Sugar while they rolled down Fifth Avenue to the front of the hotel. They finished the song. The truck drives down Fifth Avenue a little bit. Band gets out. They get into limos. They get jettisoned off. They never even attend the press conference. That's rock and roll as fuck, right? But did it work? Like, did that work? Well, on June 22nd, and that's why I went to this date, the Rolling Stones, they played their first of 6 consecutive sold out shows in Madison Square Garden. So I guess it did the trick, right? The Rolling Stones, they came to New York City to disarm, to charm, to tease, to titillate, to deafen, to incite, and otherwise captivate all of us New Yorkers, except for me, because I wasn't born. But the concert, it made musical history in these parts, at least. It sold out all 6 shows in just hours after that announcement that I just talked about at the Fifth Avenue Hotel. Since the announcement, I read multiple articles about this. People had their tickets and they were guarding them with their lives. If they bought it, if you're a Rolling Stone fan, they had them in lock boxes. Like, people were talking about all these different ways they were stashing these tickets away so you couldn't get it. Or they were selling them. And these tickets, the top ticket value was $12.50. Dave, for you,
Yes.
around $60 in 2021 for the best ticket in the house, right?
Uh-huh.
But people were selling these on the street for $100, and that's why I knew like the calculation before. So that's around $500 in 2021. So it kind of fucking worked. Like, this little press thing that they did, it shit worked. So this tour, it was actually the first of Mick Taylor's, or the first tour after Mick Taylor left, and they replaced him with Ron Wood on guitars. It had a giant replica cock on stage. It had a 70-foot 6-petaled lotus flower. They had 100 steel drummers scattered throughout the audience. They had a rope that Mick Jagger could swing on into the crowd. This show was so massive in Madison Square Garden. Just to control the crowds, the NYPD had 50 patrolmen outside of the venue. They had 5 sergeants, 2 captains, 5 mounted policemen, 1 Mountie sergeant coming from each district around the city. I mean, like, wow. Fucking rock and roll, dude. 1975. It's the Rolling Stones Tour of America's 1975. And I hope you got your tickets before you had to blow some dude down an alley to get a discount, because this shit was hot. This is a hot product right there. It's for you, Dave.
Thanks.
Judge Schultz.
Yes. Yeah, sure.
All right, guys. So for my hot products, let's take a spin to the old comics rack. So in June of 1985, you had the X-Men. They were battling the Juggernaut again. And Spider-Man, he was slinging around the city in his new swanky black new suit. But if we go over to the DC side, we see the bright yellow and green cover of Swamp Thing, number 37. Now, what makes this issue so special is, not only is Swamp Thing reborn, regrown in this issue, it's also the debut of a new character from the great Alan Moore. Now, it's a character that would go on to match, if not pass, Swamp Thing in popularity, and he would go on to star in his very own series, Hellblazer. That would go on to be the longest running and most successful titles of DC's Vertigo imprint. Now, this character would also be spun off into movies, television, even video games, and would be infamously portrayed by Keanu Reeves in the major motion picture. I give you the debut of John Constantine, or Constantine, depending on who you're talking to and their level of fanboyness. Now, if you've ever noticed in the comics how John Constantine looks a little familiar, that's because the original design was so he resembled the singer Sting from the Police. Now, in this issue, Constantine meets up with our hero and reveals to Swamp Thing that what he truly is, an elemental, and that he can regrow virtually anywhere. So also, Satan's coming and he's going to destroy us all. So I give you the rebirth of Swamp Thing and the birth of one of DC's most badass characters, the cigarette-smoking Brit, John Constantine, in Swamp Thing, number 37.
Whoa.
June 1985.
That's all I ever saw when was Keanu Reeves.
Whoa.
Whoa. No way.
All right, let's toss it over to Dave Schultz for his ruling on the hot products round.
What
All
a
right.
dick.
Whoa. Let's do this sequentially as they were presented to me. 1996, the N64. I got a little backstory on that, as a matter of fact, because Mike, you mentioned it had the game Pilot Wings. Now, back then, I had a buddy who's this real sinister prick, right? This guy was he was rotten to the core. But like any devil in disguise, he had a teacher. He was a teacher's pet. So one of his teachers asked him to house sit for a week, and basically he threw a week-long party, as we like to call it, where I'm not associated with this. I got to distance myself.
Allegedly.
Yeah. Completely trashed the house, and it was just complete debauchery for 7 days straight. But the reason why I bring out the pilot wings, because that was our barometer. If you could fly through the little hoops in one of the levels of the game, you were okay to drive. So this is the logic of idiotic teenagers back in 96, 97. Around that time period. So
first you have to play Chuck Yeager's Flight Simulator, and then you can get your keys.
Yeah, basically. So you can do pilot wings, dude. You are so set to drive.
Allegedly.
Cool, man.
Allegedly.
Yeah, exactly. I know nothing about that. My name's changing everything. You can call me something else. Now, 1975, the Rolling Stones, the ticket is a hot product because they got scalped. They put on one hell of a show, like you said, with giant dongs and friggin' tin cans.
And I forgot the name. They called it something because I guess half the time the giant cock on stage didn't work all the way.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like kind of bent over. So they had a name for it, but I can't remember what it was called.
Yeah, it was called Marc James.
No,
So, I'm just kidding.
Mick Jagger, but
Dick, yeah, that's good too. I like that. Now, for extra credit, maybe some bonus points to kind of help you win the round. I'm curious if Mancrush can actually shimmy like Mick Jagger.
No,
Any
now
moves?
where I'm sitting right now.
Oh,
It would be like this.
Oh, look at him go.
Hold on, hold on. I'll make it better. Wait.
I don't know what's going on here.
How do you get this to go? No, that's not what I want. There we go.
Oh, you get the lights on. Oh, the podcasting audience, you really got to hit YouTube. You got to check out these. I don't think that was Mick Jagger. That was like you having a seizure. Someone got a wallet so he doesn't bite his tongue. Save Mancrush. Hashtag.
I can't move.
Yeah,
It sounds like you can't get any satisfaction over there.
he cannot.
Can't get no
You look like you had some brown sugar in your underwear. You're trying to
brown sugar.
adjust. You sharted.
Adjust. Shorted.
Let's go to 1985, and I gotta say, Mark, you beautiful bastard. You're the smartest man alive. I swear to God, you are. You know you are. You know you did, because I am a huge Swamp Thing fan. I collect all kinds of Swamp Thing stuff, paraphernalia, empty wrappers,
His
anything.
underwear.
Yeah, dude. No, I swear to God, I got everything. You name it. I fucking love Swamp Thing. And the moment you said that, speaking of seeing the show on YouTube, my face lit up and I was doing a little shimmy in my chair out of excitement to hear you talk. You even brought up the Constantine compared to Constantine. Oh, such good stuff. How he was based on Sting. Man, that Alan Moore run of Swamp Thing was absolutely monumental and inspirational for the way comics would be shaped in the future. Now, the character himself has been featured in movies, like you mentioned, by Keanu Reeves, live action TV, animation. He's got legs. He's got he's got that staying power.
Yeah, Rolling Stones don't have legs.
No. That was ZZ Top. So yeah, and Swamp Thing 37 is one of the most sought after issues, aside from House of Secrets number 92, which was Swamp Thing's first appearance. So good luck getting one on eBay there.
yeah, they're about $600 right now.
It all depends on the condition, yeah, but I mean, people go gaga over it, and as they should. So
You told us you got vaccinated, so just know that you have Keith Richards' blood in you. But go ahead.
Wait. This is all pre-show. I'm talking about vaccinations. And you're talking about Keith Richards. How does this even get associated? What's the conspiracy?
Dude, I'm not going to go into it because we'll get banned off YouTube. But
Oh. I would take his blood. The
you
guy's a
have his
cockroach.
blood. It's why do you think that shit kills everything? Go ahead.
Yeah. You're like, oh, you're gonna get injected with a chip, right? Yeah.
The Stones have been around for so long. By now, everybody is like 1/10 Mick Jagger and has a little bit of blood in them. You know, it's just
Yeah, you saw me dance before. I definitely have more than.
Oh no.
yeah.
No, you get
Everyone's
Charlie. He's got Charlie Watts written all over him. Mancrush. The drummer. He's got no rhythm. Well, he's got rhythm, but I mean, he can't. But yeah, Mark, you butted me up, and I love it. I love every fucking second of it. It's awesome.
Why did your voice get so low?
Oh, I'm having a moment. We're Bayou buddies now, me and Mark. This is unbelievable. So you know how I'm gonna lean. And yeah, a little bit to the left, a little bit to the right, and stick it right in the center there. And 1985 is got to win with a Swamp Thing number 30, volume 2, number 37, by the way, to show off my nerdy side. But yes, Mark, congratulations. I fucking love you.